Ever wondered what are the top 5 easiest mechanical fixes in new cars? Well, you're in for a treat. Today, we're shedding light on some simple yet crucial mechanical fixes that every car owner should know. These can save you time, money, and even a trip to the mechanic. They're important, not just for your car's health, but for your safety as well. So, buckle up, grab your toolkit, and get ready to become your car's best friend. Let's dive in and start the countdown with number 5. Starting our countdown at number 5, we have the replacement of wiper blades. Wiper blades are your unsung heroes during those rainy or snowy days, providing you with clear vision and safety on the road. But like every other part of your car, they too have a lifespan. Over time, they get worn out, leading to streaks or smears on your windshield, or they might skip, leaving behind uncleaned sections. These are some telltale signs that your wiper blades need to be replaced. So how often should you replace your wiper blades? Well, typically it's good practice to replace them once every 6 months to a year, or as soon as you notice any of the signs we've just mentioned. The good news is, this is a simple task that requires no special tools and can be done right in your driveway. Let's walk through the steps. First, you'll need to buy new blades. Make sure to check your vehicle's manual or the old blades for the correct size. Once you have your new blades, lift the wiper arm away from the windshield. This will give you easy access to the blade. Next, you'll notice a small tab on the underside of the wiper. Push this tab to remove the old blade. Slide out the old blade from the arm, paying attention to how it was attached. This will make it easier to attach the new one. Now it's time to attach the new blade. Slide it into the same end of the arm where you removed the old blade. You'll hear a clicking sound when it's securely in place. Lower the wiper arm carefully back onto the windshield. Repeat the process with the other wiper blade. And voila! You've just replaced your wiper blades. This simple yet crucial maintenance task not only ensures clear visibility, but also contributes to your overall road safety. So, as you can see, replacing your wiper blades is pretty straightforward and can be done in a few minutes. Moving on to number 4 on our list, we have the changing of the air filter. It's one of the critical components of your car, responsible for ensuring that your engine breathes in clean, dirt-free air. It's like the lungs of your car, and just like you wouldn't want to breathe in polluted air, your car's engine feels the same way. A clean air filter is fundamental for maintaining optimal fuel efficiency, reducing harmful emissions, and prolonging the engine's life. It's a small component that plays a big role in your car's health. So, how do you know when it's time to change your air filter? Well, there are a few telltale signs. If your car is struggling to start, or the engine is making unusual sounds, it could be due to a clogged air filter. Also, if you notice a decrease in your gas mileage, it might be time to check your air filter. A dirty air filter can cause the engine to work harder, leading to higher fuel consumption. But don't worry, changing your air filter is a relatively straightforward process. You don't need to be a car expert or own a garage full of tools. Here's a quick rundown. First, open the hood of your car and locate the air filter box. It's usually a black plastic box situated on top of or to the side of the engine. Once you've found it, open the box and take out the old filter. Be careful not to let any dirt or debris fall into the box while you're doing this. Next, compare the old filter to the new one. Make sure they're the same size. Then insert the new filter, making sure it fits snugly within the box. Close the box, secure any clips or screws, and voila! You've just changed your air filter. Remember to check your air filter regularly, especially if you drive in dusty conditions. A little preventative maintenance can go a long way in keeping your car running smoothly. With just a few simple steps, you can change your air filter and improve your car's performance. Coming in at number 3, we're looking at changing the oil and oil filter. Now this might sound like a big job, but it's one of the most important ways to keep your car running smoothly. Regular oil changes help to lubricate your engine, cool engine components, and even clean coat and protect your engine. So, how do you know when it's time to change your oil? Well, if your oil is dark and dirty, if you've driven the number of miles recommended by your car's manufacturer, or if your engine is making more noise than usual, those are all signs that it's time for a change. Now, let's talk about how to do it. First things first, you'll need to buy the right kind of oil and a new oil filter for your car. You can find this information in your car's manual. Next, you'll want to warm up your car to thin out the oil. Then, you'll need to safely lift your car with a jack and locate the oil drain plug. Remember to wear gloves and have a container ready to catch the old oil. Once the old oil is drained, it's time to remove the old oil filter. Use an oil filter wrench for this. Be careful as the filter will still have some oil in it. Now you're ready to install the new filter. Before you do, apply a little bit of new oil to the rubber seal on the top of the filter. This helps it to seal properly. Then screw the new filter into place. Finally, it's time to add the new oil. Find the oil filler cap on top of your engine, remove it, and pour in the new oil. Make sure not to overfill, and that's it. You've just changed your oil and oil filter. You should do this every 5,000 to 10,000 miles, or as recommended by your car's manufacturer. Changing your oil and oil filter is not as daunting as it may seem, and can save you a trip to the mechanic. Our second easiest mechanical fix is changing brake pads. Brake pads are an essential part of your car's braking system. They're the components that create friction when you press the brake pedal, slowing your vehicle down. Over time, as you use your brakes, the pads wear down and need to be replaced. The lifespan of brake pads can vary, but generally they should be replaced every 50,000 miles or so. However, this can depend on your driving style and the conditions in which you drive. There are a few telltale signs that your brake pads are worn out and need replacing. You might notice a squeaking or squealing noise when you brake. This is often the first sign. If the pads are really worn, you might hear a grinding noise, which is metal on metal contact. Definitely not a good sign. You may also notice that your car takes longer to stop than usual, or the brake pedal vibrates when pressed. Now, let's get into how to change them. First, ensure your vehicle is secure. Use a jack to lift the car, and then secure it with jack stands. Safety first, always. Next, remove the wheel. Once the wheel is off, you'll see the brake caliper, which houses the brake pads. Remove the bolts holding the caliper in place, and gently slide it off the brake disc. Be careful not to damage the brake hose. Once you have the caliper off, you'll be able to see the brake pads. They're usually held in place by clips. Remove the old pads and replace them with the new ones. Then, you can replace the caliper and put the wheel back on. Remember to repeat this process for each wheel. Once you're done, give your car a little test drive to make sure everything is working as it should. Replacing brake pads is a slightly more advanced fix, but still quite manageable if you're comfortable with basic car maintenance. So, roll up your sleeves and let's keep our cars running smoothly. And finally, the easiest mechanical fix on our list is replacing a flat tire. We've all been there at some point. You're driving along, enjoying your favorite song on the radio, and suddenly, there's an unmistakable thud. Your car starts to sway a little, and you realize you're dealing with a flat tire. It's an inconvenience, sure, but it's also a great opportunity to flex your DIY skills. Why is knowing how to change a tire so important? Well, a flat tire is one of the most common issues drivers face on the road. It doesn't discriminate between old cars and new ones, luxury models and budget-friendly rides. And unlike many other mechanical problems, it can happen anywhere, anytime. So how do you know if you have a flat tire? The signs are usually quite obvious. A thudding sound, a vibration in the steering wheel, or your car pulling in one direction. And of course, there's the most obvious sign, the flat tire itself. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Replacing a flat tire involves a few simple steps. First, you'll need to loosen the lug nuts, then lift the car with a jack. Remove the flat tire and replace it with the spare. Finally, tighten the lug nuts, lower the car, and you're good to go. Replacing a flat tire is a basic skill that every driver should know. And there you have it, the top 5 easiest mechanical fixes in new cars. From wiper blades to flat tires, these simple maintenance tasks can keep your vehicle running smoothly. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more helpful videos.